Right, here I am at my desk, all ready for, I can take my mask off at the desk, all ready for today. I've got a big pile of stuff ready, so we'll have a look a bit later and see where we're going first. Right, here I am in our research lab. There's our centrifuge there. I'll be centrifuging some bloods later. What time is it? Oh, just gone 9. I'm going to take some blood tubes down to Queensway because I need a blood sample from one of the patients who's coming in for an infusion, a biologic infusion. And the study that they're in is looking at antibodies for those patients who are on biologics, and it's to do with antibodies for COVID-19. So I'm going to head off now and ask them to fill that blood tube for me, and then we'll package that. They'll give me a call, package that when it's done, and I'll get it all sent off to the trial office. Right, so that's the bloods taken to Queensway, and the girls are going to give me a ring when that blood's ready, and then I can collect that. I'm on my way now to Gynae Women's Hospital just to see if I can find the consultant and talk to him about the study this afternoon and see what time I need to be up in to meet him in theatres and to meet him with the patient to get consent form. Right, so here I am, found the consultant, got to meet him at 12 o'clock to see the patient and get consent for this study. I'm just about to go now to pick up, see if there's any bloods in the Siren Clinic that might need spinning. So here we are at the Siren Clinic. This is one of our urgent public health studies that we're doing, and they're busy taking swabs and bloods here for all NHS staff. We've got about 530 patients, 550 members of staff taking part in this. Just to say that what I'm doing now is doing some screening for any potential fractures, any trauma. So I'll have a look through the virtual fracture clinic, through the system that we've got online at the hospital, see if anyone's eligible for any of our studies that we've got going forward, see if they've got any appointments coming up. And that's the way that I find out which patients are coming in and which patients I can go and talk to when they do come in. I'm due up in Gynae Theatre, I think, due up on Jasmine Ward, sorry, at 12 o'clock to meet with the consultant. So that will be my next port of call. In the meantime, I'll be collecting bloods when they give me a ring. Okay. Right, I've got a call on my bleep phone. Here we are. From Queensway, and I've collected the blood, and it's all going to be packaged, and then I'm going to send it off to the study. I'm going to fill out the paperwork, and it'll all be anonymised. The patient's given a ID number, and they can't recognise the blood to the actual patient. Right, just about to post this sample off. Pop them in the post box. Just gets collected by Royal Mail as normal, really. Here we go, not too far to go. All done, should be there tomorrow. Right, I'm just about to go up to Jasmine Day Ward. Jasmine Day Ward? Up to Jasmine. Yep. To meet up with the consultant and see if the patient that I approached a few weeks ago about the study, about the trial, wants to enter the trial, and we'll go through the consent form with them. What it's doing is trialling a new device in theatres, it's a device the surgeons are going to use that cuts and seals the vessels all in one. So this is for laparoscopic surgery. So I'm a bit out of puff because I've just done the stairs. So I'm going to go in, see if I can find the consultant who has to take consent, and go and have a chat with the patient. I've been in, we've had a chat with the patient, and we've got consent of the from the patient and answered all the questions that they needed. Our patient is second on the list today, so I've got to come back at 2:30 to get changed into scrubs and then to join everyone in theatre. We've got the bloods now, and I'm going to do some spinning, which separates the blood. Where are we? There we are. The blood gets spun in the centrifuge, which is there, and it separates the blood. So we get the plasma at the top, and what we can do with that is we take it off, and then it is aliquoted into a small one of these small tubes, which is then frozen in our freezer at -80 degrees, ready for transportation. This is actually for the siren study, so every time you have blood taken, what's being checked for this study is the antibodies in the blood for COVID-19 variants. Right, here we go. Going to put the samples into the centrifuge. Right, so we've got the blood out of the centrifuge. I've just got to sort out which one goes where. You can only spin 8 at a time. I'll just do this one to show you, because it's quite interesting. Some of you can't see the data. So we've just got to take off, and it's quite hard to see with the mask and everything. It's steaming up. Just the top layer. We have to leave the bit which is in the middle, in between, which is called the buffy coat. So we take as much of the serum as we can. There we go, and that gets discarded. Right, here I am in Gynae Theatres, and we're about to go in and use the new device that I've been talking about earlier. All changed, in scrubs now, and we'll see what happens next. So that's the end of a busy day. Whew. It's to summarise, we've collected bloods for an IBD study. What else did we do? Went to Gynae Theatre, trialled a new implement for the surgeons. Did orthopaedic screening for all of our trauma and orthopaedic trials, and had our siren swabs. Did the spinning of the bloods for the siren study, which a lot of you are familiar with, the study. And also I just wanted to mention that that's just a snapshot, because that's a little bit of what I do. So it's just one day. There's also all the other trials that everyone does in our department and throughout the hospital, in oncology, stroke, Parkinson's, eyes, cardiovascular, so many different studies, about 100 studies that are open at the moment in and actually recruiting, and there's always new ones coming up, new ideas that people think of. So anyway, that's me signing out for the day, and thank you very much for listening. Bye.